So I'm here with Linda Young today, and Linda, you served in what branch of the military?
U.S. Navy Air Reserves.
Cool. When did you sign up?
77.
77? Mm-hmm. And like straight out of high school, right? While you're in college?
No, my boyfriend had just gotten out, and he had 2 years of inactive duty and could be called up again.
Yeah.
And so I decided I wanted to join up and take care of the planes that he was going to fly in. Plus, my dad was a chief.
Oh, okay. Nice. Well, that's awesome. So, did you? That's cool. So you kind of did it for love. Mm-hmm. Kind of. That's cool. That's a really cool thing that the way you worded it about how you wanted to take care of the planes that he flew. That's really cool. So, did you end up doing that?
Oh yeah.
Really?
That's awesome. I went to Moffett Field once a month on my weekend, and we checked the maintenance on all the airplanes. And certified them finished or still needing work to be done.
Yeah, that's really cool because I actually took a lady out to lunch weeks ago, and she's in the reserves as well, and she pretty much does what you did now. And once a month goes up and works on the planes and certain parts of the jets or whatever she's working on, and that's really cool that over generations that's things still going on because from just a regular person's standpoint, we all think about the military in terms of the guys that are on the front line, the guys that are going overseas and stuff like that, but no one really realizes that it's women like you that do stuff behind the scenes that is just as crucial.
Yep. Unless you get the paperwork in order and certify that the work is done, ain't nobody taking off in that plane.
Yeah. So what did you do on the planes specifically?
I was a maintenance tech secretary, and we went out and inspected that the job had been done and completed to our satisfaction.
That's cool. So, I don't know, estimate, it's probably in the hundreds or thousands. How many planes did you go through? Like in a regular weekend that you'd be out there?
Oh, not too many, really, because they were the same airplanes that they used for the regular service, and so we just caught the odd one that wasn't serviced during the week.
Gotcha.
So 2 a week.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
That's not bad.
But how long would it take to actually inspect?
Well, we just inspect the whatever had to be fixed,
okay,
whatever
made
the
sure
order was.
Yeah, gotcha. Cool. That's awesome. So how long were you in for?
From 77 to 81.
Wow, that's cool. That's really awesome. So, and you just were in the reserves the whole time, and did your boyfriend ever get called back?
Nope.
No? Well, it worked out. That's cool, though, that you did that.
Because once we got married and I moved out here, I did my duty in Springfield.
Yeah. That's awesome. And if you would have been married, I guess it wouldn't have mattered. You would have been able to go if he would have went. And my best friend in the Navy had been married, divorced, was in San Diego, met a girl like 4 months before he got orders to go to Japan, and basically had to say, look, I really like you, but I'm going to Japan, so if you want to keep doing this thing, we got to get married. And they did, and they've been together for a couple of years now. It's awesome, and she's a doll. They're really, he lucked out. It wasn't one of those, you hear a lot of the time these guys that get married straight out of basic when they finally get money to some young girl, and then she can't deal with the fact that he's gone, and she was a little bit older and more mature and understood being from San Diego. And so, I think they had been together for 4 to 6 months and got to Japan, and then he had to go out to sea for 4 to 6 months. So she goes to a brand new country, doesn't speak the language, has to buy a house, has to find a job.
Well, I was aware of that. My dad was in the Navy, and I grew up, and I'd seen a lot of divorces because of that. And he asked me to marry him when he mustered out.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I would, but you go home, you check out all the girls that you used to go out with, and see if you want to still marry me.
Yeah.
And he did. He came back to Missouri. He went out with all the girls, or at least looked at them, joined college,
From a distance.
Yeah. And he called that summer and said, I'd really like to see you. And I said, I'm coming.
That's awesome.
And I spent 2 weeks out here, and it was marvelous.
Yeah.
And said bye. I went back to California,
Yeah.
and he was calling by Thanksgiving. Said, I gotta marry you.
Yeah. That's awesome. So, what part of California?
San Francisco
San
Bay
Francisco.
Area.
That's cool. So you were born in that area and grew up there?
No.
No.
I was in the Navy.
Yeah, you're just Navy. Gotcha.
I was born in Memphis.
Okay.
My dad was stationed at Millington.
Oh gosh. So yeah, military
And
family. Yeah.
Then we went to New Mexico, and then California, Oakland.
Yeah.
And then we went up to Alaska.
I bet that
did
was fun.
18. Well, I was kind of young. The
Really?
pictures say yes.
The picture say yes. The memory says I don't know.
Then we came back to Memphis.
Uh-huh.
My dad was an instructor. And then we went to Maryland and back to California, around the San Francisco Bay Area, and then down to San Diego. And that's where my dad retired. And then we moved back to San Francisco area.
Wow. That's a lot of moving. Military family though. That's the way it works.
About every 2.5, 3 years.
Yeah. That's the way it
It
works.
teaches you to make friends very
Yeah,
quickly.
and to be open, or not. I guess you either accept it and deal with it and be good at it, or not. I'm sure there's both ends of that spectrum. That's cool. Well, Linda, thank you for coming to lunch with me and doing this interview, and thank you for your service.
As much as it was, you're welcome.